Hello and welcome to another episode of a Rimworld, where today we are going to be clearing out this smoke spewer, but to do that we have to wait for Sage's caravan to arrive and recover a little bit before we get going. So while they do that, let's go ahead and speed up the game and let's take stock of where we are. So our kill box has the walls that have to be made. We need a ton of granite to be processed, which hasn't been happening. Got a bunch of slate over there to be made and a bunch of chunks for that as well. So who is the caravan has arrived. So the best crafter is Marcus, followed by Sage. So Sage is the one who has working as her schedule right now. She is going to unload the inventory and hopefully right afterwards she will get to the bricks that we need. Guess she's going to eat something first. Okay, there's harvesting to be done, which she does do. To be honest, Sage, I probably rather you do something else, but that's fine. You can do it for now. We do have a few new mods, some of which I forgot, but one I can already tell you about, which is the weapons mod allows us to select loadouts the same way we would select a outfit or something. So if we go to edit and we go here, you can tell this is just like the outfits, but we can select which kinds of weapons we want people to have. Now for this playthrough, I'm going to be making a ranged loadout, and that was stupid. Melee loadout, there we go. So for the ranged, I don't want people to use melee weapons, obviously. And persona weapons are melee weapons. Everything else is pretty much allowed. For the melee, you know, the opposite range is not allowed. So that is how most people will be ranged. But Felix will be melee. Now what we should see is that colonists will be changing out their weapons autonomously or grabbing a new weapon once they're done. Unfortunately, I think this mod is still not compatible with simple sidearms, but hopefully we will see compatibility coming around pretty soon. We might see the weapons change over here, or maybe not. It depends on what people have to do and what kind of weapons we have around. So we get a animal transport crash. Okay, so we have a female seal named Gertrude. Oh, and you know, I gotta rescue or Gertrude and see if she will join us. Actually, she is bleeding really fast. I cannot click today. Death in 2 hours. So Roxy, I'm going to ask you to stabilize and then rescue a poor seal. We also get a new quest. 5 desperate refugees are approaching. Their leader is called Pickles, and they say a great flash storm burned down their home. They beg us for permission to stay at Dragon's Rose for 15 days so they can rest. In return, they offer to work and fight for free, but they might be traitors. However, we will accept. It's the kind of quest that I really can't refuse, because it involves helping people. There are 5 of them, so we can go ahead and say that these beds are not for guests anymore, because these don't count as guests, so they wouldn't use the beds, but now they can. I also finished researching Mortars, and we have nothing else in the research queue, so we're going to have to remedy that. Let's see. So after the mortars, what might we want? Biofuel refining is probably good because to make the shells, we're going to need chem fuel, if I recall correctly. So yeah, let's get to that. Now, to place the mortars, that's where I am not entirely sure where we will. It might be a case of just leaving them here with the animals. But then again, that's a little unprotected. However, a raid is unlikely to come from this direction, and it does allow for the most spread. Because mortars have a minimum range, but no maximum. So we are going to put in a few mortars, and we're going to leave 2 tiles between them. Probably should be more, but yeah, that's gonna have to be it. I'm not going to let them build just yet because we need the kill box put up. We just want the stuff that we need set up. So these are going to be for mortar shells. I'm gonna let them build those because that's nothing that we want to use here. Otherwise, they will focus on this. Now, we need to deal with that giant smoke cloud, which is affecting our crops and thus our food production. Not that we are much in danger of that. One nudist. Well, I can't do anything because she is a guest or a visitor or refugee, whatever. And thus her gear is locked down, I think. Maybe not. Oh dear. Okay then. Sure. She is now a nudist. And Blitz here is a night owl. Which means I can copy this schedule here and give it to him. Not gonna bother giving the other one schedules. Just Blitz, because he is a night owl. So a group of tribespeople from the tribe of Barga have arrived nearby, and some of them have relationships. Panda, sister of colonist Blade. Well, I was saying it was unlikely we would get a raid coming from up here. Well, guess who was wrong? Well, we're going to get the emergency settings going. It doesn't look like the animals are set to be in safety, so we will do that. Actually, let's let the wolves stay there. So we'll put them in there, and we are going to, well, basically get everyone out here. So Panda is our... Oh, they're going right for our sheep. Panda is our sapper, I suppose? That's what you'd call him. So we're going to go ahead and funnel them in. Ugh, they're killing all my animals. Leatha, if you could move back here, please. I want Felix to get in melee range. And Sage, can you do anything? Doesn't look like it, but it's mostly a melee v melee situation, unless... Let's take a strike force over here. Yeah, let's have them go over there, separate them a bit. Leatha and Roxy, y'all are going to have to do much the same. So, actually no, or else you're gonna path the wrong way. So I'll bring you here. And actually my animals are gonna have to move somewhere else. Let's move them to safety. Well, the herbivores anyway. At least this way we might save a few. Yeah, some of the lambs made it out. The Arctic wolves are holding valiantly. Alright, they are fleeing. That's great, I suppose. Why can't I manipulate you? Yes, thank you. I want y'all to make a corridor. Don't let those pet killers run off. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so they are done. We are going to allow that. And I immediately want everyone to rescue every animal. Actually, do you want this person to die? Well, they're gonna die anyway. And they have no proper gear, so we don't really care. Felix, rescue Marcus, because he did not have a good time. Garrett, rescue ram number 1. There we go. Get things done. So the poor animals will be going back in. They only managed to get to the animals because this bit here is not built quite yet. But other than that, they should be fine. Death in 2 hours. Roxy, what are you doing? Layetha is coming. Okay. Hopefully, Blade is on the food bench because his sister died. Well, your sister was a bad person. Okay, so looks like we are saving some of the animals. Not quite all of them. Roxy's on an insulting spree, which isn't great, but it looks like the rest of the animals will live. At least if they don't get infected and such. It doesn't seem like there's enough lack of treatment for them too. Let's add a few more beds, because clearly a few of them are not in the bed recovering. And we have Gertrude joining the colony. Welcome, Gertrude, the seal. I think I will train you for battle, because why not? Let's remove the emergency lockdown. Go back to our animals. There we go. Normal, and everything needs to be in animals so that they can eat. So this thing is already not doing it the thing we want. It's holding weapons. Oh, an infection. Who did? Marcus. So Marcus, you bed. Oh, okay. You're already on priority 1 bed rest. That's great. Really. Ram 1 is going to recover. What was I saying? Right here. Oh boy, this episode is just throwing things at me today, isn't it? So group is visiting. Betty is Garrett's sister. So let's come into guests. Well, I guess not quite yet. Maybe when they arrive at the colony. There we go. So Betty, we are going to try and make friendships, you know, just for role-playing purposes. Oh, Michael is doing something in his throne. He was actually meditating. And our hay grass has blight. Nothing we can't solve with our cut all blighted plants. Thingy, colonist needs rescue. Why are you out of bed, Marcus? He wanted some stone leaf? No, that's Leatha. Marcus, what are you doing? Dumb stuff, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So that tool is going to help us out. Someone will get to the plants. I suppose one of our guests is good at it. There we go, it's Blitz. We're going to let him do the plant work and relieve Sage a little bit from all of that. Tattoo the barrel, Hunter, Axe ranged weapon. Well, Kate, Happy, Mercado, you do not hunt. There we go. Next, Pickles. You do not hunt. There we go. Major break risk. It's Blade. How is his needs? He is tired. He has observed corpses. Well, he's going to rest now, so he should be fine about that. That is a lot. So, what I was saying before all of that is that we do have a new mod that I don't remember the name of, but it does add some cool features to stockpiles, including the hauling hysteresis stack refill threshold, which works better than simple researches, or research agency? Search agency? I don't remember mod names. And similar stack limit, which is great for medicine, because, well, not in this base, but we could have a stockpile for medicine that would keep 1 stack of herbal, 1 stack of normal, and 1 stack of glitter world, and that would be great, be grand even. But yeah, not something we use now. What we are going to use here is the search feature so that we can allow mortar shells, and we are going to copy and paste those settings to the other 2 shelves, and they should take the weapons off and add the mortar shells instead. So EMP, fire foam, we should have a few around the base that they can use, which is great. So as you can see, Roxy has changed weapons. For some reason she changed to a revolver. Yeah, not sure that's the best thing. Let's allow her weapon out to see if she still does the same thing. Now Blade is hiding in his room, or apparently not anymore. Yeah, okay. He is not having a good time. So Blitz is now doing things that he shouldn't. I would like him to eat a simple meal. Please and indeed thank you. We have a heat wave, which actually shouldn't be a problem, except maybe for our animals. We do need more steel, and with relative urgency. So let's look around, see what we have. We have quite a few steel slag chunks, and we do have a good bit of mineable steel, which is great. I have a lot to deconstruct over here, and I would rather deconstruct things first, and Blitz has gone in a murderous rage. Unfortunately, it looks like the tech is not with me, because I had everything freeze and had to restart the session. Oh boy, so we've lost a few minutes of gameplay, thank god for autosave. But where are we? I think we're about to have Blade do a mental breakdown, but that will be fine. We do have people dropping their weapons and changing them. Roxy, for example, took a flintlock instead of her assault rifle, so that is interesting. over here, have we... No. So we haven't added the shells, so let's do that. Mortar shells. And let's copy... I have no idea why that just expanded. So we're going to paste the settings. There we go. And I actually do want these to be set to urgently refill. That means if we have shells, they should be over here near the mortars, so that people can fill them in faster. So we need more steel, a lot more steel. And currently we've been getting it from ship chunks, which we've run out of. The next best place to get them, I suppose, will be, well, you know, things like the floors and most of those blueprints. What is this? Oh, right, that. Yes, so let's go into floors, remove the floor, and we will remove these steel tiles. There's one here that thought he could get away from me. Steel urn, that can be deleted. And a bunch of cargo pods. Cool. Ship wool, just what we need. If we're not basically swimming in sheep already. I have some silver ore to mine over here, which we don't need right now. Yeah, so it's mostly just the ruins that we have to deconstruct. So I'm going to set these to be torn down. Quite liberally, so that we can get all that good steel and get them off the floor of our map, of course. And we can also get a bunch of steel over here. I'm not going to particularly care whether I grab some limestone or not. In fact, if we want to clear it out, we might as well. There's no point in letting those floors stay. We'll have to come as well when it's time, because I don't know why they spawn like that, but there's usually floors under the walls in these ruins. So select similar things on map, deconstruct all of them. Pretty sure we don't have any in the base itself. And we remove that. That should be good to get us at least some more steel. Here in the schedules, Blitz is Night Owl. Okay, so that is set. Now people are getting their weapons again. See, Roxy now got a musket. Sage has that. Michael is still keeping the sidearm, which is good. Blade has that one. Marcus now has a assault rifle. Yeah, things are pretty good. Leatha needs to heal. And Felix has his spear, of course. Meanwhile, these will have everything they want. So, what is next? Next, we must get that smoke cloud. Marcus is going to be fine. Everyone is relatively fine. So let's go into the world. I know we have to generate the planet again because, yeah. So let's go there. It's 0.5 days, so it's not really that far. We will take Felix, Roxy, and let's take Marcus. And yeah, and we'll leave the other three and Leatha behind, so they get their travel supplies automatically. I don't think I want anything from here, so I'll just send them, and they should get there in a few hours. So not too bad. We will allow that weapon, of course. And please hold these away urgently because they are decaying. These are not, because they are in shelves, which keep them from deteriorating. The animals are nice and comfy. is great. How is the caravan? The caravan is waiting. Or yeah, okay. So they have their orders. Approach the Spewer. They'll be there in a few hours. So I suppose we can just look at everything else. So Leitha says she is starving. Whom else can be doctor? You three can. So please do it. Ultina? Is anyone going to feed her? Paulette, you can be a doctor too. So Blitz is sleeping. Paulette making EMP grenades. Oh, because Leitha got up and fed herself. That's okay. She should take off that armor at some point, because they're not in combat anything. She's an hunter. Interesting. Oh, I guess they will do their thing. The caravan has arrived at the smoke spewer and, of course, hostile mechanoids. However, they do have a proximity activator, which does not go to the far door. Now, where are my people? They're over here, so I want them to travel as far up north as they can at the moment. So with some luck, we can come in here and we can grab Felix, who will gonna claim that door so that he can go inside. Okay. Now everyone else is gonna come in too. Good. And that did not activate the proximity detector. So we are going to destroy the smoke spewer. Pretty easy to do with our colonists. But now we kind of want the other things. Ready to drop mechanoids. The gloom light. The proximity sensor. Now, is the sensor triggered if someone shoots at it? Is an interesting question. Not at it. Oh dear. Yes, of course it would trigger if someone shot at it. But if someone shoots at the... Actually, before I try that... pick up all the plasteel, please. And the component. And all of the steel. No, okay, not all of the steel, but... And please stop trying to eat your fucking meal. So, pick those up. Okay, you can't. So go there. Oh, that was interesting. Pick that up. Pick all that steel. Pick up that meal. And now uninstall these. Install them right away. Oh boy, this is why you don't micro your pawns so much. Okay, a little slower this time. So pick up. Wow. Fine, if you lose a bedroll, you lose a bedroll. I don't care. Do I really want to do this? On the other hand, we could just go and... There's still some enemies, but we can leave, right? Okay, I need to for science this, so I'm going to save. Let's call this for science. And just gonna make people leave. See what happens. Alright, so he has left the area and formed a caravan. Good. We did lose the bedrolls, but who cares, really? I guess because no one was in combat, he formed a caravan. That's fine. And actually, huh? How does that work? Oh, so it transported him right back to... Yeah, okay, fine. That was interesting. So they met another caravan from the Pact of Bilia. They're composed of that many people. And they have Bengal cats and pemmican to trade. Nothing that we might want, though perhaps the gold would have been nice. But we really don't have anything we want to sell them, which is the issue. So we're going to move on and let the caravan come back to our base, which is slowly but steadily recovering. Definitely don't have the steel to get that done. Even though there's plenty of things to destroy out here, no one's going to do it. Consuming pemmican, gathering slag, and smelting. Okay, so that works out for us. And we finally have some EMP grenades, which we wanted to take to the toxic spear, but to be honest, we didn't need to. It was fine. So without the smoke cloud, we now have our crops growing right back as they should. Now, since people are using that part over there a lot, I'm going to move the well over here so that this is not packed dirt and instead can be a cotton plant. Not that we need cotton, to be honest, we have a lot of it. But it would annoy me. Look at that, 2 packed plant spots. That is not great. Anyway, they will be doing all of their little plenty work while the caravan comes. It shouldn't take long. As soon as they hit the road, well, it's at least 2 tiles that they'll travel faster. And over here, people will continue doing their stuff. But that will be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, check out my page and all that good stuff. But until next time, remember that here, there be dragons. Thank you so much to my patrons for making this channel possible. Click the Patreon logo to become one of these fine folk, and if you enjoyed the video, here are some more YouTube things you would like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.